They might win it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They took it to 10. Hey.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Baltimore Ravens. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Come on, fellas.
Here we go. 60 hour. That's it. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Kamara.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Randall. And he finds Stills, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Got it. 56. Mike's 56. I got it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Randall, it's complete. Stills. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup.
A new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Randall. And Stills bringing it in. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
Check it back. Check it back. Tighten up. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 26. Check 26.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And down inside the 15 he goes. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Finds the open target, Arnold. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start, because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Let's go, D. Check.
They go with a fullback line. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
Let's go, baby.
Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington, and the Redskins there out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, throw left side complete. That's Weber. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. What we got? What we got?
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Watch the run.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Alex Anzalone in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second and 11. He's got Smith here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Operating from the gun, Randall. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, Randall. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return will stop right around the 25. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
That's me. Watch the edge.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Big edge, big edge, big edge. Go. Top dog, top dog, top dog. 47.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Jackson on 1st down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Hayward. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe it.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Open space inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
Here's Jackson. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll come up now second and 4 from the 31. On the ground, Kamara. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Here's the outlaw.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Running with Kamara. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Saints on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This a 33-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes, back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
To throw again, Randall. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. From the gun, Randall. It's caught, Stills, right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, Running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
First down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 3. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run again with Breida. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
He pitches it out. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Got a man. It's Brown. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. They'll come out in the pistol. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Breida, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Randall, it's caught. Smith. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Randall under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack is by Janoris Jenkins coming in off the corner.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Randall gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And the Saints 1st down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Again, it's Kamara. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Let's go, D. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Looking to throw. Randall, they set up the screen to Penny. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Rashad Penny, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Focus, defense, focus. Safe, safe, safe. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
They run with Breida. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's good for Baltimore. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Getting this inside the 30. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 29-yard line.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Let's bring it.
This time, Jackson will throw it. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They run forward Breida, and he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Jackson now off the bootleg. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Luke Wilson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
And of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back to throw. Randall, and Thomas has it. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
From the gun on 3rd down. Randall, open man is Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 11 at the 22-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. From the gun, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here we go. 56.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the Ravens' 24-yard line.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Kamara. And able to work his way down to the 16. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 16.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Saints on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
And the Saints first down.
Here we go. 50 out long. 56. Get him. Check 50. Watch the whip. Kill.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Randall looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Jackson from the shotgun. Able to find Deon Cain, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 4th down. And this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 9.
And they'll run it again with Penny. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Saints on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Randall. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
23 yards. First down, Saints.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Give me some. Here we go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Come on, set. Go to base. Right there. 56. I want that. Give me that ball.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
And they won't run a play here, no victory formation. They will indeed try to get 3 more. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Saints, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Switching these flows, if you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city, gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes, they do not fit me, I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone dogs, I'm not a guard, go hawk with a squad. I'm playing my part, like them LeBron. Rings to the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell, a couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well, not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me, we eat together, leave the bill for me like... Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never